What is it, sir?
Back it up. Freeze it. Right there. That man coming out of the building.
We don't have an ID on him, Commissioner.
Enright?
Well, sir, I hate to say it, but isn't that...
Randall Francis Murphy.
Friend of yours, Commissioner?
In a way.
Murphy, well, I can run a check on him.
We've already done that. Maybe not very well. Okay, it's 2 o'clock.
Do you have an appointment, sir?
We have an appointment at a church in exactly 24 hours.
You know, my horse was so slow, it wasn't a photo finish, but there was time for an oil painting. I think the race was crooked.
Or what about the tree surgeon that fell out of his patient? Did you hear the one about the 3 fish? 2 herring, 1 smelt. I knew a guy that was so dumb, he thought Johnny Cash was the dime you put in a pay toilet.
I just came back from the track. I followed a horse that loved to follow horses. The jockey used the whip so much he came across the finish line riding a meatloaf. My mother loved
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Jenny, the cat lady. Will you do me?
When I was in school, I was the
Sure.
most popular kid in the class. I was the only one who could afford a racing form. I won't say our school was tough. But when a kid raised his hand, you didn't know
I'm
whether
Mac
he
the
wanted to
Fuzz.
leave the room or someone back.
Are you here for a bus?
Married to a woman who was so fat.
Oh, no,
I'm
here to see Luther.
Luther?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he's out there putting them all to sleep.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you. It's nice to see you.
Oh, stick around. And it will be.
They put a 200-pound jockey on the horse, put lead weights in his saddle, tied his tail to the starting gate, and that was the horse that won.
You know, I can keep you rolling like this for years. Now, I know you're out there. I can smell you breathing. Did you hear about the girl was told she was pregnant? She didn't think it was hers. Hail, old friend, well met. Welcome, Commissioner, to the sump hole of voyeurism.
You, been behaving yourself?
Commissioner, at my age, the closest I get to a liaison de coeur is writing mash notes to Dear Abby.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, you mean, am I adhering to the tenets of virtue? You may rest assured.
Say, Luther. What do you know of a man named Harry Anderson?
Harry? Well, he's too small a fish for you to be involved with.
Well, I thought you and he might be up to something.
Harry and me? That's like serving a Chateaubriand on a paper plate. Well, anyway, Commissioner, he isn't very bright and he's awfully obvious. Besides, if I'm not mistaken, the authorities picked him up in the Virgin Islands several months ago.
Virgin Islands?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was doing the old Mexican inheritance scam. You see, he pretends to be a lawyer, and then he sets up a rich mark.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. He's probably out of circulation by now anyway. With his sheet, one more incarceration would have meant 10 to 20. Why?
He was seen a couple of days ago coming out of Trans-Alaska Mining Corporation.
Tamco?
Tamco.
It's much too sophisticated an operation for the likes of Harry.
You mean Tamco's crooked?
Now, did I say that?
In so many words?
Well, frankly, I don't know anything about the company, but when you're as old as I am, you learn to recognize a certain aroma. It's called the essence of fertilizer.
Meaning?
Well, an old maxim, but a serviceable one. When a thing seems too good to be true, it usually is. I'm reminded of the exploits of a crafty old gentleman named Charles Ponzi, State of Massachusetts, 1919. Look up the case, Commissioner. You might get an education.
I'll remember that. Tell me, do you recognize him?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, don't mention it. Particularly to any of my friends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jennings will see you now, gentlemen. Right this way.
Well, come on in, gentlemen. Cecil Jennings.
Kovacs, Alan Kovacs.
It is a real pleasure, Mr. Kovacs.
My associate, Mr. Hagstrom.
How do you do, sir? Come on, gents. Sit down. Pull up a chair. Here we go now. Come on, get comfortable. Say, this is a real pleasure, I'll tell you that. And that company of yours, woohoo! Now, there is a success story. I don't get to meet folks like you every day. You boys care for a snort?
No, thanks.
Huh? Well, it's not 6 o'clock yet. And I promised the ball and chain that I'd hold down on the liquor until the sun went down. But I guess I could always draw the blinds. Draw the blinds.
Mr. Jennings, about that note you hold for Mr. Newmark.
Oh, yes, that note. Yeah, let me see. I got it right here. Just get a look-see here. Oh, yeah. Mighty valuable piece of property. Mighty valuable. You know, I got a good feel for real estate, if I do say so myself.
Mr. Jennings, let's cut the bull right now. I can see right through you. You're a phony. And a country boy act may work with some of the clucks that come in here to get their pockets picked. But you don't fool me for a second. Now, do you want to talk business? Or do you want to play games?
All right, Mr. Kovacs, let's talk business. You must want that land pretty bad or you wouldn't be here.
Well, I want it, but I can live without it. So don't push too hard.
Huh?
Now, I want that note. I'm willing to give you $500,000 plus, say, $25,000 for your trouble.
Why don't we just say a flat $600,000 and let it go at that?
Agreed. I said that will be satisfactory.
Well, all right then. Have you got the bonds?
I'm sorry we couldn't get here earlier before the banks closed.
Oh, no problem. No problem, Mr. Kovacs. Tamco bearer bonds. They're as good as cash. Maybe better the way things have been going for you. I'll just stick them in the tin can over the weekend. They'll be just fine. Ruth, will you please draw up some transfer papers for our first trust deed on Newmark? That's file NEW 9765. Thank you. Well, this does call for a little drink. How about it? Huh? Hagstrom? I'm gonna have a snifter. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I wouldn't give you 2 cents for that whole state. Too damn cold. But you know, it's funny how things work out. I'm making me over $100,000 in just 3 months. Can you beat it?
You're a tough man to deal with.
Miss McMILLAN, this is you. This is you.
That looks a little on the lacy side.
Mildred?
Lacy side.
What was
This
that?
now.
You know that ceramic
This
dish
now.
you warmed
Little
your eggs
less
in
lacy.
yesterday?
Oh, Mildred, don't tell
me it's broken.
And this
Okay,
bodice
I'll let
can
you be
come in
surprised.
purple,
Festival in
maroon,
gold is a
or
very
gold.
popular choice, Miss
Full
McMillan.
is it?
Combining tulips,
Listen,
roses, and
may
marigolds
I send out for
in
a
a
barrel of
symphony
chicken
of
and
light.
fire
Accented
Don't you
Where do I find your egg beater? Did you try the drawer under the sink?
Yes, but all I could find was this.
Mrs. McMillan, if you just let me go in there for a minute.
Nonsense, dear. You and Sally deserve a few days' rest. Now, dinner tonight is my responsibility. I think that should be quite clear to everybody.
You can count on me.
Good. Now, where did you say I'd find your egg beater?
In your hand.
Chickens, that's the silliest looking thing I ever saw in my life.
Now shut up, mister, or you get in trouble.
Don't you?
On the other hand, if you prefer something a bit more vivid, I can
that.
recommend our
And it's
American
also
the
for men.
Beautiful.
Where's Randy?
I don't know. He's supposed to meet me a little bit later for dinner. Listen, Matt, could you pick out a flower for me?
Listen, could I speak to you for just a minute?
Dinner where?
Never mind where you're liable to have us tailed. That dress is frumpy.
Where's Mother?
We're decorating the kitchen in early American gravy. Could I speak to you just...
And an open sleeve over here.
Let me try this one.
Yeah, right.
Would you please? We need...
Mother?
There you are, Stuart. Dinner at 8 sharp. If I can just figure out how to use this oven.
Mother,
You're
where
just
is
going
Randy?
to love this. Here, take a taste.
Mother.
Careful, it's hot. Well,
Well, it's different. What is it?
ragu katmandu, of course. Oh, really, Stuart? Your eating habits must be atrocious. Dinner like this is an experience.
Mother, I know you went to an awful lot of trouble, but I think I...
Have you any idea how difficult it is to find fresh goat meat at this time of year?
Mother, where's Randy?
I don't know. And I wouldn't tell you if I knew. You're being much too critical, Stuart. I want you to leave those young people alone.
I am only trying to keep your daughter from making a mistake.
Randy, what's his name, is a darling young boy. I know he fibbed to us, but he's so charming. How can you not love him?
Easily.
Stuart, don't you dare leave this kitchen.
Yes, Mother.
You're behaving like a perfect idiot, and I won't stand for it.
I am not.
You may be the commissioner of police, but to me, you're still a little boy in short pants, and right now you deserve to be treated like one. Megan loves that young man, and that's good enough for me. And if you do anything to spoil her happiness, I'll never speak to you again.
All right, Mother, you win. You win. If he's what Megan wants, he is what Megan's gonna get. For better or for worse, and I shan't say another word.
That's my little boy. And right now, while I have you in a charitable mood, there's one other thing.
What is it?
Do you know a nice, friendly judge in your traffic court?
Hey, wanna smile?
What?
I promise not to beat you. It's more than once a day.
You say that now.
Well, something is the matter. What is it?
No, not really.
Come on, would you like to talk about it? I don't want to have this conversation on our wedding night.
Well, I've just been thinking. I really don't know you that well.
Now, look, I confessed all my past sins to one and all last night.
Yeah, well, what do you do for a living? I mean, really do.
Investments, promotions. I told you. A little of this, a little of that.
Mr. Newman,
Yes.
I do hate to intrude. The desk clerk at your hotel told me I'd find you here. You will forgive me, dear lady. Arthur Porter, sir. Your name was given me by a mutual acquaintance regarding some corporate bonds.
Yes, of course. Porter, is it?
Yes, sir. If you could spare me a few minutes of your time later this evening, it's most urgent.
Yeah, certainly. How about my hotel room? 30 minutes.
Excellent. Well, please do finish your meal. I'm so sorry to have butted in.
Who is that man?
Who knows? But it could be important.
I've seen him before. Of course. The Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. When I first met you, I saw you talking to that man several times, but you never introduced us.
No, I think you must have him confused with somebody else.
No, it's the same man. Randy, what's going on? What are you hiding from me?
Meg.
Look, I don't care. I love you. But you're closing me out from part of your life, and you can't do that. I'm going to be your wife.
You're right. I haven't been fair. But I want you to promise me something.
Sure.
What I'm going to tell you, you're not to discuss with anyone, particularly Mac. You can walk away if you have to. I mean, I don't blame you, but you're right. But this is strictly between us. Do you understand?
Okay.
phony. All phony. Gentlemen, we have been artfully had.
Are you sure, Harry? They looked okay to me.
22 years of fleecing sheep. Nothing like this ever happened before.
Well, nothing to do but pack it in.
Hang on, Jim. You know something? I think we're onto something here.
At this rate, we're onto the unemployment line.
I know. Look, what's Tamco doing with phony bonds? They're supposed to be legitimate, right?
Oh, easy, boy.
If these characters are unloading phony bonds, you can bet they're going to pay a lot of money in order to get them back. At least Burton Ridgely would.
Not me.
You're not suggesting we shake down a man like Burton Ridgely?
What do you want to do? You want to walk away empty-handed?
Empty-handed I'll be, empty-headed I'm not. You do what you like. But this stuff's out of my league. As far as I'm concerned, you're sticking your neck out and you're going to get it chopped off.
Come on, Harry, let's get out of here. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, operator. I'd like to place a long-distance person-to-person call to Mr. Burton Ridgely. My name is Newmark. I'm in room 452. Montreal, Canada. No, I don't have a number, but he should be staying in one of the larger hotels.
No, operator, I don't know the number. Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah. Frank Teasdale. You're damn right it's an emergency call.
Cleaned out. Everything. The desks, the file, the safe. As if Cascade Mortgage Investment Company never existed.
That's what I'm afraid of. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Oh, just a minute, operator. I'll talk to Mrs. Teasdale. Yeah. Mrs. Teasdale, Alan Kovacs here. I'm trying to track down your husband. I met him recently in San Francisco. What? He is? I see. No, thanks. Sorry to have bothered you. The real Frank Teasdale's in South Africa. He's been there for the past 7 weeks.
And who?
That's what I'd like to know. Yeah.
Alan?
Oh, it's you, sir. I didn't expect you on this line.
Obviously. What's going on back there, Alan?
Going on? How, sir?
I had a very strange phone call early this morning. A man wants to sell me some counterfeit Tamco securities, $600,000 worth.
But that's impossible, sir.
I was afraid for a moment that you'd let some of our special offering out of your sight. That all has to hit the market quickly and quietly.
I understand, sir.
A thing like this, well, you can see the problem. Still in all, the man knows something.
Well, let me check right into it, sir.
No need, Alan. I'm meeting him at 9 tonight in San Francisco. I'll deal with the problem personally. It will be interesting to hear how he acquired the certificates. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Gotta find those guys, Dan. Teasdale, the guy from the mortgage company, and especially that kid. And we gotta get those bonds back. And I don't want any of the three of them to say anything, ever, about what happened last night. You know what I'm saying?
Sally, I can't get this tie right.
Put your chin up.
Maybe if I just wore a dark blue suit.
Oh, you mean like that nice one you always wear at a funeral or helicopter christening?
Yeah. Just the pants fit.
Well, suck it in. You'll get through it.
I am sucking it in.
Sally, will you go talk to Megan? She's impossible. She's a million miles away.
Cold feet?
How should I know? I'm just a mother. Do you think she tells me anything? Photographers. I don't even have my face on.
Mother! I better go. Mac, would you be a doll and get the...
Yeah, I'll get the doll. Hey, Charlie. You look very sharp.
Thank you, sir. So do you, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner, this is for you.
Why, Sergeant.
Well, sir, I've always understood that the best man is supposed to look after that sort of thing. I have one more in here for Randy.
Fine. But aren't you a little bit early?
Yes, sir. But I just received a teletype. about that Japanese national Mirabushi.
And?
Well, sir, we didn't get much out of the Japanese government. They identified him as a textile trader. So on a hunch, I sent a check through the Pentagon records, and it turns out that during World War II, Mirabushi was a counter-espionage agent for the Japanese. Had a law degree. Then he dropped out of sight in 1947, only to pop up here again, dead. Seemed rather strange, a man with his background.
Very strange, with all that flack we were getting. But now things are starting to get clearer. Hello? Yes, this is Commissioner. Where's the building? Right, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
What is it, sir?
Well, things are starting to pop. A building was broken into last night. A patrolman caught one in the leg. Ballistics matched it up. It came from the same gun that killed Mirabushi and Javier.
Stuart, we have a bride to give away today.
Well, not till 2 o'clock.
Well, you'd better be there. Both of you.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Mother!
Oh, dear. Oh.
Sorry, sir, out of bounds. Well, good morning, Commissioner. Carry on.
And the guy paid in cash.
$600 in advance.
Lieutenant?
Commissioner? No, it's a scam, all right. Classic bunco.
Question is, who took and who got taken?
Excuse me. Sir, have you ever seen either one of those two men before?
Never seen him before.
Are you sure?
Positive. The only guy I met was Jennings, Cecil Jennings.
We've got a description, Commissioner. The artist is on the way to work up a sketch.
Whoever killed Javier and Mirabushi broke in here last night. Javier probably worked for Tamco. Harry Anders and Randy were at Tamco offices. Enright, I want you to go to Randy's hotel room. Stick with him all the way to the church. Take my car.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Callahan, what do you know about a man named Charles Ponzi?
Ponzi? Oh, that was over 50 years ago, sir.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly he bought international postal reply coupons and traded them wherever the rate of exchange was favorable. Gold for stamps. Within 6 months, he had 20,000 investors who put up over $10 million. The fact was, he never traded a stamp in his life.
I don't get it.
Well, you see, sir, the initial investors were paid off by the money he got from later investors. Then they were paid off in the same way, like a big pyramid. The trick is to get out and disappear before the thing collapses. Ponzi's mistake was he just waited too long.
I want you to get in touch with the Virgin Islands. Find out about a man named Harry Anders. If he was arrested, why he was arrested, and in particular, when he was released.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on it.
Teasdale. Sorry, he checked out early this morning. I didn't leave any forwarding address.
You make any calls?
Sure, some. But I can't give out the numbers. On the other hand, seeing that you're a friend, he made 10 calls. I don't know any of these numbers except this one here. That's the number of the Empire Hotel over on Elkhart Street.
Look, it'll all be over soon.
What?
Well, you know, it's all your frame of mind. Once you resign yourself, it's really very easy. About 10 years ago, I was standing in a spot just like this. The seconds were ticking off one by one. And you know, she was a wonderful girl. But then my best man had to come to me and tell me that she'd been taken from me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sergeant. An accident?
No, an insurance man from El Centro.
She left you waiting at the altar.
That's right.
I
But the
see.
topper is this. 3 weeks later, her husband has the nerve to phone me and try and sell me a whole life insurance policy. Well, I told him he could take his whole life and, well, hello, sir.
Mac, it's after 2. What do you know about Trans-Alaska Mining? You were at their offices yesterday and the day before.
You having me followed, or what?
We got a surveillance team working the building. In a week or so, maybe less, we're going to blow that operation wide open. But now I want to know if you're involved or not.
I am not. I considered investing, decided against it.
Who's this man?
Never saw him before.
Really? His name is Harry Anders. He's a confidence man. Several months ago, he was working the Virgin Islands. You were there at the same time when you met Maggie. 2 days ago, he was seen coming out of the Tam Cove building. 10 seconds later, you came out of the same door. Now, if that's a coincidence, I'm Daffy Duck.
Stuart, where on earth have you been?
Mother.
This is nothing short of disaster. It's 2:05. Reverend Coffey has disappeared. Megan's nearly in tears.
Mother, it's all right. Reverend Coffey has been delayed. His assistant, Reverend Vandenberg, will officiate.
Oh, thank heaven something's going right today. I won't relax until this thing is over. Come on, hurry up.
We'll continue this later.
This is impossible. We should have been married in City Hall.
Well, at least Randy's here. I mean, how would you feel without a groom?
Here he is, darling. Everything's going to be all right. Megan, wipe off your face or pull down your veil or something.
Mac, where were you?
Oh, just getting a lesson in high finance. You nervous?
Yeah, a little.
Second thoughts?
No,
What's the matter?
nothing. I'm just a little uptight, that's all.
It's not too late to back out. Look, sis, I'm only thinking of your welfare. If you want to back out, back out. Nobody will blame you.
Mac, I know you're worried about me, but I'm a big girl. I really know what I'm doing. I know it's not going to all be lots of laughs and great fun. But I love him, and I'll take whatever comes, eyes wide open. Wish me luck.
Luck. Lots of it.
I might cry.
Me too.
It was him, the kid. Newmark. He was here, but he checked out.
Damn.
We're not through yet, Al. The kid is getting married this afternoon.
Where?
Well, the bell captain didn't know, but the reception is at the Carolwood Hotel. There's something more. When he checked out, he had an extra piece of luggage. A green attaché case that he insisted on carrying himself.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here in the sight of God to join together in matrimony these two people, Randall and Megan, pledging each to the other love, honor, and respect. Whomsoever God may join in this holy estate, let no man put asunder. May God bless you, my children. May he shine down his countenance upon you. May his love reign in your hearts. May the sweet glow of his heavenly benediction light the path of darkness and lead you hand in hand to perfect happiness.
Like a Loretta Young.
May the rose petals of love and affection carpet the craggy road of life as together you make your way through the wind-tossed storms of temptation and lust. L'chaim.
Good afternoon, sir. May I help you?
Yes, my name is Newmark. My brother's getting married here this afternoon.
Oh, yes, the Newmark reception. That's at 4 o'clock in the Blue Room.
Thank you.
They should be here any time now. The happy couple's taking the bridal suite. Would you care to wait in the lobby?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Cameron? Yes, Cameron. Just a moment, and I'll see you.
Sweetheart, why don't you let the bellman carry that one, too?
No, slide it.
Mac, I sure hope that Sally can make it to the reception.
Oh, she will. She just wanted to go home first and check the baby.
Well, I'm going to the Blue Room and check on the orchestra.
3 electric guitars and a bass fiddle do not make an orchestra.
Oh, dear. Hope they're not tacky.
Well, I think I'd like to go up to the room and freshen up a little.
That's a good idea. Yes, why don't we all go, then, at least until the other guests arrive?
Now that's tacky.
Well, it's 10 minutes to 4, and we have to be out of here by 6, and we wouldn't want the happy couple to be sidetracked by anything.
Mac!
We'll, see you soon.
I'm gonna go to the Blue Room, make sure your mother doesn't get into any trouble.
Did you see that attaché case?
Yes, sir. Green leather, 14 inches by...
We have to find out what's in it, because if it's what I think it is, it all may piece together. The Javier murder and the Tamco swindle.
Well, we could also prove that your new brother-in-law is a crook, sir. No offense.
That's why you have to go up to the bridal suite and open up the bag.
Me, sir?
I don't want my mother or my sister to find out I had anything to do with it.
Well, that's very sensitive, sir.
No. Gutless.
Here's your key, sir. Sir? Your key.
Thank you. Yes.
Is there anything else I can get you?
No.
Oh, thank you, sir. I hope you have an enjoyable stay.
Hello, Mrs. Murphy.
Hello yourselves.
Listen, we've got about 4 minutes. Would you
We've
like
got
to...
a whole lifetime.
Might be shorter than you think. Hate to interrupt your honeymoon, Mr. Newmark, but I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Randy, who are these men?
Open it.
I don't have a key.
I said open it.
Mr. Thackeray, 2 men on the 10th floor. They attacked Miss Whirple and stole her passkey. Hold that elevator.
Been a busy boy the last couple of days, Newmark.
Randy, I don't understand. What does this mean?
Meg.
Means, my dear, that your husband's a thief.
Randy.
No, Meg.
No!
Gotta get that bag.
They'll shoot!
Hold it!
Don't move!
Randy?
Back off! I said back off! All right, Newmark, get that case. And be very careful. And bring it back in this room.
You hurt her, and I swear.
You just do what you're told and she won't get hurt. Easy, Commissioner. Right there. Let's go. Come on. Get your hands up. Get against the wall flat. Commissioner! There's a green sedan parked in front of the hotel. Fill it up with gas, bring it around to the back, leave the keys in it. And when I come back there, I don't want to see anybody or your sister gets it first. You hear me, Commissioner?
The car will be here in 10 minutes. I'll take care of it myself. What about your friend here?
It's all yours.
Come on. Come on. Up.
Can I take my hands down?
What'd I tell you?
Come on, point the thing at me. Leave her alone.
Cut the act, Newmark. She already thinks you're Prince Charming. You sure can pick him.
Officer, take care of this man. Enright, I want you to gas up that car and get it out back. Operator, this is an emergency. This is Commissioner McMILLAN. I would like to have 555-2212, please. Callahan, me. I'm at the Carrollwood Hotel. I want you over here on the double. I want a radio device and a triangulator. And there's something else I want you to bring with you. Less than a minute.
When did you start to smoke?
Just now.
Stuart, what's happening? What's happening up in that room?
Easy, Mother.
They say there's a man up there with a gun holding them hostage.
They're going to be all right, I promise.
Well, you must do something.
I'm doing everything I can. Now, let's go back inside.
Oh, I won't move.
You'll move if I have to carry you.
Wait, Stuart, you sound just like your father.
No.
You drive. Don't break any traffic laws. I'll be in the back with the missus. Doing just fine, Newmark. You're doing very, very good. You're smart. Not smart enough, but you're smart. And that dumb country boy act of yours down pretty good.
Callahan, you got a fix on their position yet?
We've got him, Commissioner. They're moving west on 135th Street. All units have been ordered to stay away from that car.
Good. Keep it that way.
Sir, what'll we do if they decide to leave the car?
I don't know. I really don't know.
For better, for worse, huh? It's really a laugh. Police commissioner's sister, marrying this cheap hustler. You should have told her. And there's a lot of things you should have told her. Right, Newmark? We'll ditch the car now, in case they put a bug in it. Pull over.
There it is, sir. We're gonna lose them.
Now get us a cab. Take the bag with you. Remember, it's better to be a live Don Juan than a dead John Wayne.
They've stopped, Commissioner. Somewhere near Fremont and 126th Street. Should I move in on him before we lose him?
No, we can't take that chance.
But, sir,
But keep your equipment going.
Yes, sir, but how are we?
Hey, taxi! What's the matter, bud? You late for your wedding? Oh, hi, miss. Mrs.
Slide in, you. In front, Newmark.
Where to, buddy?
South Bay Marina, main pier.
Let's go, Sergeant. We're closer than they are.
Yes, sir, but how are we?
Just keep driving.
find it.
Well,
Randall's here, sir. Oh, thank you. That'll be all, Charlie.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Beat it.
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks as if you got caught red-handed, Mr. Newmark or Murphy or whatever your name is.
Murphy. That much was true.
Things haven't changed much, have they?
Beg your pardon?
I said Central Security hasn't changed its training procedures much in the last 20 years, have they?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. And I suppose when you saw that cigarette burning in the ashtray, it was just luck that you knew there was an electronic bug planted in the cigarette lighter.
You put that there?
That's one of the first things they teach you. I'm cleared top secret.
I should have known.
Why Central Security?
It was a Japanese agent from Interpol who was after Ridgely.
Mirabushi?
Yeah. Somehow his cover was blown and I got the assignment with nothing to go on. So the plan was to flush him out, catch a thief with a thief.
I should have been notified.
Well, it just wasn't possible. Only the director and the secretary knew what I was up to, and a man like Burton Ridgely's got more ears in Washington than a Kansas cornfield.
And Harry Anders, I assume you arranged his release?
Yeah, he, and Trumbull. He got picked up in the Virgin Islands. How'd you know it was me?
A guy with his record doesn't get off that easy without somebody pulling strings. When I got down to the nitties, I had to hope that someone was you.
Anyway, it wasn't hard to hook up with them. They're a couple of nice, pleasant guys, not very bright. And I was just kind of winging it until they told me that the same guy that killed Mirabushi also killed a counterfeiter. At which point I figured Tamco was probably planning on dropping some phony stocks or bonds on the market, which is why it was absolutely essential to get the bonds instead of cash.
Why didn't you bust them right then?
Well, because we'd lose the connection to Ridgely. Very important to connect Ridgely directly with the forged bonds. And, look, I'm scheduled to meet him a little bit later this evening. If you can arrange to get me out of here.
Oh, I think so. And the San Francisco police will even have a couple of plainclothesmen around to help keep your neck intact. Does Megan know?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't about to let her go through the rest of her life thinking that she married a thief.
It's a rough life.
Mm-hmm. But after all, you forget one thing. She's a McMILLAN.
Oh, yeah, about that. I think there's something you ought to know about the wedding.
Stuart!
Sally, I thought you were home with a baby.
I got a babysitter.
What for? Where's Mildred?
Stuart, I may faint.
Oh, Mother.
It's dreadful, just dreadful, my poor little girl.
Mrs. McMILLAN, what?
That awful man, that Reverend Vandenberg. He was an imposter. My poor little Megan has been living in sin.
Oh, Mother, I hardly think 4 hours.
5. You certainly don't think, Stuart. But I do. And I think I'm not going to move 1 inch until my daughter is properly married in San Francisco tonight. Now. Otis?
Yes, my dear.
Megan.
Oh, the bridegroom. Well, I suppose he'll be here willingly, eh? Oh, no. That is a bit premature.